Hey guys, Ben here from Small Town Life. I'm just out here enjoying a couple beers by a fire, and I decided to bring you guys out with me just to, well, I'm going to try to explain myself, who I am, and what this guy is doing on YouTube. So I guess I'll do a little bit of background on me, just brief, obviously. My name is Ben, for you guys who don't know. I live in Eastern Ontario, Canada, obviously. Rural Ontario, so small town. That's pretty much it, honestly. I'm going to talk a little bit more, obviously, but I guess the background, work-wise, I guess I could say is I've been physical labor pretty much my whole life. Never had a desk job, never worked at Tim Hortons. So when it comes to outdoors, I love it. I adore it because it's physical, it's dirty, and I've always had the opportunity of doing something more. Becoming a lawyer is just not something I'm interested in. I'd rather just work with my hands. So that's why when it comes to what I do on YouTube and what I do day to day, it's definitely a big influence on me. So back to the point of this video, what I'm doing on YouTube. Good question. Good question. What am I doing on YouTube? I have no computer experience. I have no technology experience. Growing up in rural Ontario, I was never, I was exposed to video games and, computers and TV and stuff, but I never was that interested in it. I'd rather spend my time outdoors. So when it comes to videos and editing and videotaping myself, it's not my strongest point. It's definitely not my strongest suit, that's for sure. But I'm learning. That's what life is about. You gotta learn. If you're interested in something, you gotta try, and that's what I'm trying to do, obviously, as you guys can see. So I guess I'll break down some of the content. I'm probably gonna get very sidetracked on this, but some of the content you guys will be able to see on this channel. Obviously, as you guys can see, there's nothing I enjoy more than a fire, being outside, and a cold beer. I mean, that pretty much sums up who I am. If you guys in the States, I'm sorry if you guys can't drink, but I'm 20 years old and I'm legal in Canada. Leave a like if you live in Canada, and leave a like as well if you're in the United States. I'm just kidding, messing with you guys. So yeah, some of the content you guys will be able to see on the channel. Obviously, outdoor stuff. When it comes to hunting, fishing, that's definitely something. In fall, deer season, obviously that's big for me. I'm gonna get into goose and duck hunting. I'll probably bring you guys along on those trips as well. Have a couple things planned. So that's one thing. Camping, bushcraft, survival. That's definitely another big thing I'm into, as you guys can obviously probably already tell. So like overnighters, camping trips, canoe trips, Algonquin Park. I have a pretty good amount of bush across the road, just in some farmers' fields. I'm friends with a farmer, he's one of my buddies, and I go camping in his fields, do some overnighters, just to test myself. I do that a lot, so I'll definitely bring you on some of those trips for sure. Gear reviews, knife reviews, anything to do with camping, bushcraft. I mean, tools as well. Like when I buy a power tool, pretty much everything I buy, I keep the box. So just to do a review, because I've always thought of doing this on YouTube. So now I'm starting, which is cool, for sure. Another aspect is tool restoration, and by that I mean I'm very interested in carpentry and construction and logging. So when it comes to old tools in that field, I'm so interested, because I love learning about how tradesmen used to do it 50, 60, 70, 100 years ago. Today's day and age where we buy a power tool and we think it's tough. Like, for loggers, we picture today someone using a chainsaw, not dissing them, as a hard-working dude. I've run a chainsaw all day sometimes, and it's a hard job for sure. But think about it back in the day when you didn't have power tools, you didn't have a gas-powered chainsaw. Wow, that was tough. So in that aspect, I'm very interested in that field. So when it comes to tools, axes, saws, I love restoring them. I love bringing them back to life. Not necessarily going to use them, but I love just appreciating the craftsmanship that goes behind one of those tools. So you know, there will be video series on restoring tools. Like, for example, this axe. You guys saw my collection, my knife axe collection. This is one of them. This is the Garant 2¼ pound with my. I didn't build this handle, but I bought it and hung it myself, which is cool. You know, it's just stuff like that. I'm not claiming to be the best at anything. Obviously, I'm young and dumb, and I'm learning. I'm not claiming the way I do things is the way I taught myself. So, you know, if there's any pointers and tips you guys can give me, please leave a comment. Let me know. You know, as I make more videos, you guys will see who I am and how I am, and you know, you guys will follow me, hopefully. I'm leaving probably the best subject for last. I know for a lot of you guys, if you guys end up watching this video, I got a truck. Pretty cool truck, to be honest. Well, I hope it's cool. It's 1992 Dodge W250. It's extended cab long box. It's got the 12-valve Cummins in it. It's got the GetRag 360 5-speed transmission. It's 4-wheel drive. It's W250, obviously. It's red. It's a pretty clean truck. I bought it last summer. I drove it all summer. I bought it probably end of June, and I stored it late October. So I drove it for a couple months, more than a couple months. Didn't really have any problems with it, and you know, enjoyed the truck. But this summer, this spring coming up, that's when I'm gonna start rebuilding it. You know, I have a lot of plans for this truck. That's something, I'm not gonna do any spoilers right now, but I do have a lot of plans for my truck, and that's definitely something I'm gonna bring you guys along. So, you know, there will be a lot of truck videos, off-roading videos, stuff like that, you know, in that aspect. Another thing, obviously, is I'm just gonna say this as a very broad subject. It's general country, simple life. That's what it is here. It's what I enjoy to do. So summer for me is working all week, working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, coming home, buying a case of beer, going on the water and having a fish. The day after, going on the water again and going to the beach. You know, that's just who I am. That's what I enjoy to do. I'm not a big guy going out, restaurants, movies, stuff like that. I like to stay home, and I like to enjoy what I like to do. That made sense. That was good English. Have a bonfire Saturday night. You know, that's just who I am. That's what I love. So in the summer, it's definitely a party time on this property. You know, there's a lot of four-wheeling going on. I have a four-wheeler. My brother has a four-wheeler. If you guys want to check out my brother's quad, it's a Suzuki LTR 450. I have a video of that ripping. I was ripping in the fields this past summer. Thing's a savage. Four-wheeling videos, so maintenance on those. Sea-dooing. My brother has a stand-up jet ski, which is a really cool thing. If you guys want to check that out, the Sea-Doo video. I almost killed him. Another thing too is we don't have that much land. We have about 2.4 acres, about that. It's a very long property. I'll show you guys. This is just the backyard, obviously, but so that's the Ottawa River, and then Smoky Bear. Jesus, I can't see. And then that's the property down the hill, and then that way is Hawkesbury, and then the house is behind me, and then I have the front yard, obviously, which has a lot of property. We have our barn, we have our shop and stuff. I'll show you guys that probably in a video. I'll probably do a property tour or something. Smoky Bear, can't see. But I'll probably bring a couple of my family members into this channel because I feel like they're interesting enough. Like, you'll definitely see my brothers. I have 2 older brothers. Then I also have my best friend Brandon. I worked with him at one of my laboring jobs last year. I worked there for a year. It was a foundation repair company, and that's where I learned to operate, and it was a really cool company. And I also met my best friend, and now he's living with me at my parents' house. I live with my parents, and he's my other half for sure. I'm good with axes and knives and gear. He's good with fabricating and welding, and he's a good mechanic. So whenever it comes to doing my truck restoration, you'll definitely see a lot of him. And also when I do camping videos, you'll definitely see a lot of him as well. He's definitely going to be a big part of this YouTube channel. He is kind of special. He's alright. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. And also probably going to bring my mom into it if you guys are interested in homesteading. I mean, we're nowhere near a homestead. But you know, we have 3 ducks. We're gonna get some chickens in the summer, and then we're gonna have our own eggs. You know, we're gonna try to raise some meat of our own. I go hunting every year for deer, so I do get deer meat, which does help. And then also my mom has I'm not sure how many square feet garden, but in the summer we're not dependent on the grocery store. I'll put it that way. All our fresh produce is from my mom's garden, which is very cool. So if you guys are also interested in that and growing your own produce, that's definitely something else you guys could see on this channel. That's why, like, I had a hard time making this video because there's so much content that there could be, and I'm just not really sure what everyone's interested in. So this is pretty much just a video just to show you guys who I am. You know, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to mess with anything. I'm not trying to trick anyone. This is just who I am, and it's what I enjoy to do. I just love having a fire. Sorry if you guys are getting smoked out over there, but do you guys just hate winter? It's like 5 o'clock and it's already going dark. What happened to summer and 9 o'clock sunsets, eh? So this is probably gonna be a pretty long video, but hope you guys enjoy the fire and enjoy spending time with me. I mean, there will definitely be more videos to come. This is just a video just to introduce myself to the internet. Just different aspect, different thing though. It's pretty cool. And back to the point where the whole video thing, I'm learning. And you guys will obviously see that as I evolve, as I learn, as I get better at videos. And for the people who decide to stay and follow me, trust me, I'm trying my hardest, and I'm not going to stop trying my hardest to get better and to improve my skills in that field. Yeah, I forgot one thing. Definitely guns, firearms. That's definitely another thing that a lot of people are probably interested in. Shooting, skeet shooting, target shooting, gunsmith. Well, not gunsmithing. I guess I could call it gunsmithing. Gun. That's the best. What's the word I'm looking for? Gun building, I guess is a good way to put it. You know, buying a certain firearm and upgrading it, and just making it my own, which is a big thing for me. I love that. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. I think it's been long enough. I mean, there's a fire, but you know, it's starting to get dark, so, and the storm's coming in now too, so I'm going to end the video. Leave a comment below if you guys are interested in any of the things I suggested, and I'll definitely do a video on one of those subjects for sure. Anything, let me know. I'm very open in that kind of in that sense. Leave a like as well. That really helps. It definitely supports me and shows me I'm doing something good. I guess I could put it that way. As this channel grows, obviously, you guys will grow with me, which is very cool. That's what I love about YouTube. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.